My name is Mike Crane, and I head up what we call our body and security business in North America that's developed and is going to showcase the technologies that you're going to see here shortly. It is my personal and professional pleasure to be in the great state of Texas today. You may not be aware, but Continental, despite being a German company, has a strong footprint and a strong legacy in the state of Texas. 1,600 employees, and we've been in the state of Texas for over 4 decades. We have a vehicle test plant in Uvalde. We have a state-of-the-art electronics manufacturing plant, one of the only ones still left in the United States in Seguin, Texas. Continental is a German company founded 145 years ago in Hanover, Germany, starting off really as a rubber company that morphed into tire manufacturing, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But over the years, through mergers and acquisitions, organic growth, and innovative developments like you're going to see here today, we've brought ourselves to being the 4th largest automotive supplier in the world and a leader in mobility technology solutions. Sales last year were $48 billion globally, spread across a number of divisions in chassis and safety and interior, the group that I'm representing, and the guys here that you see representing interior, powertrain, both conventional propulsion systems and electrified propulsion systems, and of course, tires, under the brand names Continental, General Tire, and even recently Hoosier Tire in racing. We have 12,000 software developers. I argue we're the largest software firm in the world you've never heard of. So 3 technology areas that we're going to talk about today and introduce you to. The first is an extension of our passive entry, passive start technology, for which we are the #1 supplier in the world. And in fact, even though this is a demo vehicle, we are the sole supplier of the passive entry, passive start system on this vehicle with a twist today. We're going to share with you a smart wireless tailgate on this truck, and then we're going to share with you a number of features and functions that we're bringing from our automotive background into the trailer market to make what I would characterize as a dumb trailer an intelligent extension of that connected truck. Those technologies combined, we believe, add convenience, comfort, safety, and peace of mind, not just into the truck, but into the trailer. Because as you see here today, and I can personally attest, towing your trailer, whether it's your RV, whether it's your collectible vehicle, whether it's that boat you're taking to the lake, is often more valuable to you than what's actually towing the truck or the trailer. So we want to protect that investment. We want to provide that peace of mind. The first technology that we're going to talk about is on the truck, and it's that extension of the passive entry, passive start technology area that I talked about. The subject matter expert is Mauricio Hernandez, who will introduce it to you, and it's focused on wearable devices. Those wearable, discrete devices can be a ring, can be a bracelet, could be a wristband, could be a Texas-sized belt buckle, and we'll show that. Could be your smartphone that allows you to wirelessly and passively enter the vehicle apart from your key fob and start the vehicle. Second thing we're going to show to you is a smart wireless tailgate based on that same passive entry technology, but applied in a different way to the tailgate. So that tailgate, just like the truck, when I want to load or unload cargo, I can approach that tailgate. The tailgate will recognize me, authenticate who I am, drop down automatically. I can load or unload my cargo, and as I walk away, the tailgate will automatically retract back up without me ever touching it, putting it back into the closed position, and it'll do it safely because it's got our patented anti-pinch technology, and we'll demonstrate that. The subject matter expert is Jerry Sumiak on that. And then lastly, we'll take some of the intelligence that we have on the car and we'll put it into the trailer in an intelligent trailer module. And that intelligent trailer module allows me to wirelessly connect my trailer to my truck. I can operate my tongue jack electrically. By the way, I can also connect it to the truck or my Bluetooth device like my smartphone. I can operate the floodlights remotely. I can do things that used to take 2 people, I can do with 1 person now. So if I want to verify before I tow my trailer, if I want to verify the electric brake actuation, I can do that with my Bluetooth connection and my smartphone with an audible sound. If I want to verify that I've got the right tire pressures, I can do that with a visual signal looking at the tire pressure sensors here from Continental. And then lastly, I can monitor the state of health of my vehicle because I've got wheel hub temperatures and tire pressure sensors wirelessly communicating both with the truck and with my phone. Lastly, I can use some of that same technology. And by the way, there's more features on this trailer, but the last thing I can talk about before I hand it over to the subject matter expert is that I can also use the same technology to sense unauthorized motion. So if I use my smartphone to enable those sensors, and I see those sensors detect motion, I can now alert the owner or the user of that trailer that there's an unauthorized movement of the trailer, and perhaps that trailer is being stolen and the contents inside as well. So convenience, safety, comfort, and peace of mind in the entire package of truck and trailer towing that's so important to so many, and especially in the state of Texas. And again, the subject matter expert on the trailer is Ward Randall, and he'll demonstrate that. So I think it's important that you experience this. So what I'm going to do now is hand it over to the first subject matter expert, and we're going to share just a glimpse of the future of mobility brought by Continental.
Thank you, Mike. So we at Continental, we like to think outside the box. We are continuously challenging the way we enter and the way we start the car. I want to make sure that the car is locked. And just one thing, for the purpose of this demo, I just want to make sure that everybody knows here that we have to let know the car that we're going to use the wearable. And the real application is going to be a seamless way. So, okay, go ahead, Malik. Now, the car is open. You can get into the car. You can get your wearable device close to the start button, and it will start. We cannot do it here for hazard regulations. Now, we're going to demonstrate. Everybody has a smartphone now. I love my smartphone. Now, we're going to demonstrate how to get into the car and start the car with your phone. Malik, we want to make sure that the truck is closed. Now he's opening the car. You can get into the truck, get in, and go.
So imagine that you're at your favorite home improvement store or lumberyard, and you want to buy something that's too heavy or too difficult to carry with one hand. Right after you pay, you have the ability to press a button on your key fob, put your key fob in your pocket, or use your phone, either or, and then approach the vehicle without having to kick underneath or do any other type of recognition. Now I can place all of my recent purchases into the back of the truck without any issues. So at Continental, with our expertise in smart access, which gives us the ability, or gives the vehicle the ability to know where the key fob, smartphone, and essentially where I am in proportion to the vehicle, and our expertise in power closure electronics, we have the ability to give you a seamless, convenient feature to access your truck. So with being an expert in power closures, we also do windows, sunroofs, and power lift gates, and we use the same feature that's common across all of those, which is our anti-pinch. The idea behind anti-pinch is to be able to stop an obstacle before it actually pinches anything. So it's an additional safety feature. So now, let's imagine I'm back at home or at the work site, and I want to take whatever heavy thing I put in there, and I can set the vehicle to tell the vehicle that I'm now going to walk away and grab whatever I need, and my expectation is that it's going to close the gate. So as I walk away, now it's authenticating, and it knows that I'm out of this particular zone, and it'll start actually closing, so I don't have to go back out and close it. So now, I'll give it to Ward, who will talk a little bit about technical innovations for trailering.
All right, thanks, Jerry. So as Mike Crane mentioned early on, we became very interested in how we can improve the comfort, convenience, and peace of mind during the trailering experience. So what we did is we looked at the trailer and we looked at various use cases, and we developed some solutions for that. I'm only going to be able to show you just a few of them of what we have on display here, just due to the interest of time. So the first one I'd like to show you, we call Filling Assistant. And what Filling Assistant does it very conveniently allows you to ensure you have the proper tire pressure in your tires. And to help you to see it, we have a diagram here on the monitor where we have the 4 tires in the 3 different colors. Green means you're already at the proper inflation pressure. Red means you're underinflated, that's a dangerous condition. And yellow represents that you're overinflated. So what I'm going to show you is how when we take some air out of one of the tires, it'll be displayed on here, but also displayed on a smart device, so a smartphone. So actually, Danny, if you want to take out some of the pressure, and pay attention to this tire right here, and as he's taking some of the air out, you'll see the pressure is going down, and eventually it becomes green. Now, it may be that you don't want to have a smart device, a smartphone with you while you're doing this. So what we've also done is we've also equipped this trailer with LEDs right here that change color just like what I just demonstrated over here on the monitor. Another feature that we've introduced, we call it the electric brake self-test. And what we were able to do is, without adding any additional hardware, we were able to provide a way to test the functionality of the electric brake. And for that, we're using an audible test. Now, I can hear it without any problem from where I'm standing, but you may be a little bit more challenged, so I'm going to place the microphone against the brake, and then I'm going to ask Danny to activate it, so please listen. So hopefully you were able to hear just ever so slightly that beeping. Let me try again. I think there was a plane going overhead at the time. Hear it? No. Yeah. Okay. Well, later on, maybe you can come up and you'll be able to hear it, because I can hear it very plainly. And obviously, we didn't want to add any additional hardware for this feature. It was like an intelligent solution. So you have to be close to it. So another thing, like Mike Crane mentioned earlier, is there's a lot of value in these trailers, meaning the contents in there, and we want to make sure that that's secure. So what we've equipped this trailer with is an alarm system. Danny, if you can activate it. So now if anyone were to open any of the doors, the alarm would go off, but not just on the trailer itself, it'll also send a message to your smart device. And you may recall earlier I was talking about our tire pressure sensors. Well, we've also enhanced the alarm feature by when one of the wheels starts to move, the alarm also goes off by virtue of the tire pressure sensor. So we were able to add that feature without adding any additional hardware. And in the end, it's an additional way that you can secure your trailer. If somebody were to try to move it, say if they were stealing it, then you could be assured that it's going to alert you. So the final feature that I'm going to share with you today is, again, using the smart device, we're able to test the lights. It's another self-test of the lights around the trailer. So Danny, if you can activate it, and you'll also see it on the monitor, it sequentially goes around and activates the lights. And it's on the left side right now, unfortunately, and then it's going to come over on the, okay, now you can see it's testing the lights here, and eventually it'll test all of the lights, and you can verify that you have safe and secure operation. These technologies that we demonstrated and some additional technologies can be used with a smart device, a smartphone. That is a wireless communication that we can also extend into the truck. Say, for example, display some of this information on an instrument cluster or a smart device inside the cab. And that is unfortunate. I think I'm running out of time for all these features, but we do have more features on the trailer. And we welcome any questions anybody may have. You may want to come up, and we'd like to thank you again wirelessly to a smart device. That's another one of the features that I didn't have time to go into, but if you have some additional time, I would like to share that and some additional features with you.
And we got tons of pickup truck questions, right?
Right. Where do we go for the answers?
We go to the Truck Nuts book.
Because we're truck nuts. And we wrote the book, Truck Nuts. We're nuts about truck, the ultimate guide to buying a truck, or to looking at a truck, or judging a truck. You know, whether it's diesel versus gas, new versus used, what your teenagers should learn about trucks, all that. You do all kinds of cool tests.
Yeah, we do a lot of testing. We do the iGauntlet, world's toughest towing test, up the mountain and down the mountain. We do MPG testing on the highway, loaded with trailers.
Yeah.
We do off-road testing. A lot of that data is in this book as well, and it's a one-stop shop for truck information.
That's true. We test trucks maximum capacity up to the biggest grades you can do on the interstate.
Yep.
So we really put them to the test. And you know, you can get all the facts you can't find anywhere else. We do MPG tests, which you can't find on any sticker anywhere. So, you know, all that stuff that you can't find is in the book.
And you can find the book at trucknutsbook.com. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all the other bookstores as well.
So read about your truck nuts.